G'day and welcome to the latest issue of Print21, the weekly video news bulletin for the Australian and New Zealand printing industries. With thanks to our sponsor, Spices, creating solutions together. This week's news led by the ongoing COVID crisis in Sydney and the very welcome news that small and medium-sized printing businesses and packaging businesses and all kinds of businesses in the current Sydney lockdown, which is now extended to 30th of July, whose turnover is more than 30% lower than in the same period in 2019, will be entitled to government business support of between $1,500 and $10,000 a week. The new payment will be available to entities in a designated hotspot with an annual turnover between $75,000 and $50 million, who can demonstrate turnover is 30% lower than the equivalent two-week period 2 years ago. Those parameters will include many print businesses in Sydney. Eligible companies will receive payments of between $1,500 and $10,000, and that's based on the level of their payroll. The level of funding will be 40% of the payroll. Payments kick in during week 4 of lockdown, which for Sydney printers starts next week. It will apply to all jurisdictions that become designated hotspots from now on, not just Sydney. Printers can claim for the payments from today, 14th of July, by registering with Service New South Wales. Go to its website and follow the links. Lockdown in Sydney will last until at least Friday, 30th of July, a gloomy scene all round. Apart from showing a drop in turnover, the other main condition to receive the payments is that eligible businesses are required to maintain the current levels of full-time, part-time, long-term casual staffing as of yesterday, in fact Tuesday, 13th July. Funding comes as federal, state and New South Wales governments make a raft of payments to small and medium-sized businesses in Sydney impacted by the latest ongoing lockdown. Check the print21.com.au website for all the details, which include payments for staff whose hours have been cut or wiped completely. Still with the lockdown, print staff that live in the Fairfield local government area and have no COVID symptoms will from Friday need to be tested every 3 days in order to come to work. It will be on you as the owner or manager of a print business to request a proof of those tests on the staff to get them. That's for staff that don't work in Fairfield Sydney, go outside. Printers can continue to operate in lockdown, of course, providing you adhere to the 5 main caveats which you can find on the print21.com.au website. Business goes on just a week after instigated the purchase of Hexagon labels for $381 million. The world's biggest label printer, Multicolour Corp, has itself been sold by its private equity owners and will be rolled into a giant new labels and packaging operation. The new entity being created by private equity fund CD&R, US fund, buying a 20-plant US labels and packaging printer at the same time as MCC. Together, the merged business will generate an initial $3 billion US turnover. MCC, actually, West Australia, has just won a special recognition award along with Peacock Brothers and QLM label makers in the annual HP Indigo Inspiration Awards. The gongs coming in the wines and non-alcoholic category. Congratulations to all three. QLM's Vietnamese plant actually took out 2 of the 4 grand prize winners in the Inspiration Awards, which cover the whole of the Asia Pacific region. Some good news in these dark days. The popular funny man Dave Thornton booked to host Print's Night of Nights, the National Print Awards, which will take place Thursday, 30th of September in Melbourne during Packprint. Some of the state pikers, which of course feed into the National Print Awards, gold winners going forward, have had to be rescheduled. Victoria is now 6th August, New South Wales now 17th September. Go to print21.com.au for all the details. Before I go, special mention, latest episode of the Print Files, Leading in Print with Fred Saw, Managing Director of 100-year-old Saw Print. A real treat, candid conversation about print leadership. You can download it from your favourite podcast platform under the Print Files or go to the print21.com.au website. That's it for this week. My name is Wayne Robinson. Thanks to our sponsor Spices for sponsoring this issue, and we'll see you all next week. Stay safe, get vaccinated.